Grandfather has come to tell Kurt of his heritage. Sorry, there ought to be voices here. There aren't. Veste's minions are preparing to destroy Kurt. Only ShadowCaster can stop Veste. The final battle has begun. Fulfill your destiny as ShadowCaster. And that brings us back to the beginning. Oops. That's right, I have the wrong thing focused, which is why that wasn't working, why I wasn't able to skip the cutscene. Right, so here we are. Greetings and salutations and welcome to ShadowCaster. Now, ShadowCaster is more or less an action-adventure, but it has very slight RPG elements. But before we do that, before I do anything, in fact, let me say that I am not going to be starting the game from scratch entirely. I am actually planning on jumping into a run that I had already begun. And that's mainly because the reason that I'm playing this time, playing ShadowCaster this time, that is simply that I'm trying to get back into a project involving it, a video that I want to make about it. So in part I want a bit of footage of the game, and in part I just want to sort of get back into it, really. Yeah, ShadowCaster, it's an interesting game. Let me start by showing you how the game starts before we jump into the run that I'm playing. So here we have, this is essentially the options menu. This is what you load into. You have some basic options here. You have your load, save, your quit, your new. I forget what new does. These are my saved games, by the way. There we go. New game. Ah, what's this coming towards me? I wonder if it'll be friendly to me. Nope. And there's nothing around here. I'm just trapped in an alley with a monster. So I have to figure out quite quickly. Oh yes, and then that happens if you die. You have to figure out quite quickly how to fight. Which basically amounts to that. Basically you spam the button and you keep pressing forward so that the knockback from enemy attacks doesn't keep you out of range. Now, what else? UI is a bit strange. I'm currently playing this with keyboard and mouse. I'm using the keys to turn and to walk. As you can see, tank controls, lovely. Although if you use the mouse, you have sort of Ultima Underworld style mouse controls, as you can see here. And you can pick things up in the world. I got a fire wand. Wands are pretty ubiquitous in this game, so, and here by the way is a health potion. So I find in this game it's actually fairly easy for me to get to use wands, which I like a lot in a number of games, especially RPGs. Things like wands can sometimes feel so rare that I don't want to use them, but that's not the case in ShadowCaster. In fact, I sometimes have more than I know what to do with. Anyway, this is how we take potions. We literally just click them on our face. And now we might notice this obelisk here with the glowy red top. These are important. These are part of how the game progresses. So we click on it, it disintegrates, and we get a new little icon here at the bottom. I won't show you what that does just yet. Let's just go out here. This is what the game's teleporters look like. I think this is really cool. I quite like this look. But anyway, so let's go out. In the ruins of an ancient city, past the shrine, is the evil Zardoz. Destroy them. Maorin. Accept the Maorin, a great warrior who can see hidden things. What does that mean? Well, in ShadowCaster, you can shapeshift. I am now a Marin. I have... Let me see, I think I can... Can I get the... No, I don't think I can get the full portrait outside of here. But if you can sort of briefly see there, I have 4 arms as the Marin. Also have this ability, this cat sight ability. It turns everything red. As far as I'm aware, it's used exactly once in the entire game. Anyway, so that, I just wanted to show you quickly how ShadowCaster starts out. That's not the game, not the point that I actually want to jump into. As you hear, these are my save games as mentioned, and this is the. Oh, okay, that what was there a moment ago was the listing of my save games. As you can see, I've just been giving them arbitrary names with numbers, and it looks like this is probably the most recent. So we hit load and yes, and then we hit return to go in. Now, I don't remember... Oh, yes. Okay, I think I know where I am. Right. So, at this point in the game, I have, as you can see, acquired 4 of these shapes, these metaforms as they're called. The Marin Warrior, as you've seen. And by the way, you may note that I can't jump straight to any of them. I have to jump back to human. The Diminutive Corn, who has a bunch of magical abilities, most of which I find not terribly useful. Save for this one, which is healing, which let's use while we're here. There we go. You notice that uses a bit of my power there. Go back to human. Opsis, who's a giant floating eye creature with some quite decent magical capabilities, but this is how fast he moves. This is your maximum moving speed as Opsis. There is no faster option. And finally, Kappa. Who is a frog boy and has a decent lightning attack and a sonic attack. Right. Now, for the moment, you can see I have some weapons, I have some health potions, I have... What is this thing again? Book of Lefar. You can't swallow a Book of Lefar, right. I'm not sure how you read anything. I don't know... Yeah, I don't remember how you... I think you might just use it in some way. Anyway, I have... This is quite nice, a shuriken. Not very strong, but useful. I have my magic sword. I have a silver sword. I have some armor. I genuinely couldn't tell you which sword is better because this game doesn't tell you, at least not directly. Marin's usually my fighting form. You see I've given him the shuriken for ranged attacks. He has some armor. This is quite neat. It's a bomb. We picked them up in a mine level previously. And this is a shock horn. It's basically a wand. Does anyone else have any decent gear to look at while I'm at it? Oh, Corn has some fruits here. These provide... what's the word that I'm looking for? Health. Health and essentially mana, what they call power. He has some armor, and I think this is a light crystal. Which is ironic since Korn is the only one who can actually create light himself. Opsis has these crystals which have no use that I know of, which is very strange because this game usually doesn't do that. But anyway, yes, he has them. And Kappa has nothing. I think we might have just picked up Kappa at the end of the preceding level. Yeah, no items in hands. Okay. So I'm going to play as the Marin for now. Marin's my strongest warrior, I believe. Up until, I think, the next metaform, I usually play as Marin. Which is arguably one of the issues with this game. There is very little balance between forms. By the way, here's our map. It's the old-fashioned tile-based map. This game is actually based on the Wolfenstein 3D engine, which I still find incredible. It's a souped-up version of the engine, but it is the Wolfenstein engine. Oh, hey, I can actually use strafe if I use the numeric keypad. That's nice to know. I probably did know that. I have actually played this game before, a couple of times. Let me just check something quickly. I just want to check that I have audio. Yes, according to OBS I have audio. Please let me know if I'm wrong about that. Anyway, here we have some acid. We don't want to go into that right now. Or some other unhealthful green substance. I'm not sure whether it's technically acid. Okay. I forget whether we have to do something about that, or whether that's... Although, you know what? We don't actually have to do something about it, because I can use Opsis here and fly. And by the way, you can change... One neat thing in this game is you can change your altitude. You can... this is still on the Wolfenstein... derivative of the Wolfenstein engine. I should have an attack selected. There we go. Yes, and this is used in underwater sections, which this game has. In a derivative of the Wolfenstein engine. You can actually dive under certain watery areas and encounter new watery areas. It basically just teleports you, but it's still a neat effect. Wait, hold on. Oh, well, first of all, we don't need to be floating around very slowly as Opsis anymore. So let's play as our kitty. Why am I not finding anything? This is weird. I would have expected to have hit an enemy by now. I have played this game before, but it has been a while, so I may not remember everything. However, this is very much a game with action, so we should encounter something to fight. Oh, well, there's something. Okay, well, let's ignore it for the moment and just finish... Oh, hi. There we go, there's something to fight. And this is how fighting goes in ShadowCaster. It's, there we go, that's one down. It's not the most enthralling for combat I've ever encountered, I will confess. Oh, okay. I was going to say I'll show you some magical effects with Opsis, but then I killed the guy. I think there's probably more ahead. Now, this power up here. The thing about this is that that's required both for being in one of these metaforms and for using any of their magical abilities. And it only replenishes in the human form, and very, very slowly. So we have 27 now. There we go, 28. Hold on. 29. That's how slowly that replenishes. That's of 125 points. Which is why Korn here has... Whoops. Oh, he has a sword. I've forgotten he had that. Has this fruit. So power fruit. Doesn't give us much though, does it? Alright, I'm going to use up the rest of that fruit. The blue fruit is powerless. But you can see it's sped up the rate at which we recovered power. Right. I'm also carrying a rock for some reason. I'm not sure why I'm carrying a rock. But I am. I'm carrying Dwayne Johnson. Hello there, I see you. Hold on. Let me do this in Opsis form and fireball him. Hey there, I see you. There we go. But see how that chewed through my power? This is why I don't use characters like Opsis for the most part. Whoops. A locked gate. But that's water on the other side. If we can get into there, we can use Kappa to swim in it and not drown, because all the other characters have a tendency to drown, I'm afraid. Oh wait, hold on, that was a living enemy. I thought that was a corpse. Oh, well, let's try out this thing, a shock horn. Yeah, it's okay. No idea how many charges that thing has left, because they do have limited charges. Hello, I see you. Oh, I completely wasted that bomb. Oh well. And I think those bombs are only found in the mines. Right. There we go. That gate's open. What do we have here? Come here. There we go. Trident of Might. Okay, well that, I can be fairly confident, will be for Kappa here. There we go. Nice. We have a weapon for Kappa. Now, I'm going to play as Kappa for a while because I happen to remember that this level is pretty heavy on the water. Oh hey, here's a place I didn't see before. This place I seem to recall is pretty heavy on water. Kittens. Okay, that's a problem. There's an aerial enemy there, and me with very little power. The only thing I really can much do is use the shuriken and hope. This is going to be somewhat lengthy and somewhat boring, so if you're watching, pipe up. Tell me what you're up to while I'm throwing a shuriken at this thing and letting its acid. See if I can. No, can't look up unfortunately. But you can just about see some splashes of acid here that it's firing at me, but that are hitting the corner of this wall. Anyway, now let's use this thing a bit. Oh, no, that missed, and we run out of charges on this thing. Okay, thankfully shurikens don't run out of charges. I think this thing's taking damage. We can't really tell. There's no damage indicators in this game or anything like that. When I described this game, both in my stream info and on Twitter, I call this an action-adventure sort of RPG, I think I said. The action-adventure is pretty clear. The action is not the most scintillating or most engaging ever made, but, you know, it is technically action. Wow, this thing is taking a lot of damage. Let me try something a little more drastic here. There we go, that worked. Death spells, useful things. But I'm seriously low on power now. And I'm trying to use WSAD in a game that predates WSAD. Not the keys on the keyboard, those did exist, but the use of those keys. Health potion, nice. Come on, click it, there we go. I will certainly take a health potion. What was I talking about before I got distracted by WSAD? WSAD. I don't remember. Oh yes, yes, the RPG element of this. The action-adventure part I think is probably pretty clear. Awkward automapper. There we go. Let's see, where have we not been? That's where that gate is, I believe. So yes, there I suppose? Or we could take opposites and float over this and see whether we've missed anything, but it looks like we actually went around. We came around there, and then... Oh, no, that's right, we did float over this as opposites. Maybe there's some nooks that we missed, but I think this here is probably the place to go. So, which way are we facing? South, I think we want to head. Oh, there's the blue fruit that we ate earlier. Ah. Hi there. Oops, and it's shooting lightning at me. Not quite sure what I'm going to do about this. What is this? That's a strength potion. What do I have on me? Health potions. Those aren't terribly useful here. Oops, don't want that. We don't have anything. I mean, he has powers, but I'd need, you know, power for that. And alas, that these blue crystals don't actually do anything, as far as I can tell. Okay. I think I'm going to have to play as my human form for a bit, simply because that way I can recover a bit of power over time. It'll take a while, but I can still fight, and as you can see, we do karate chops. We can also kick. So we're apparently martial artists, human. We don't actually get much, background on him. I believe his name is Kurt. He is the secret heir to... is he an heir? I'm not sure that he's royalty, but he is secretly a member of a race from a world distant to ours. Oh, hi! You're shooting ice at me. That's not very ice of you. Oh, but one of them died. I'm trying to get to a position where I can hit him, but he can't hit me. There we go. But he's floating in. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just sit there and futilely shoot at things at the wall until I kill you. Yeah, he's the ShadowCaster. One whose destiny was not visible even to the gods, as though a shadow was cast over it. Oh, there we go. You can see we're gaining a little more power. And there's more of them. Joy. There's acid here. Let's take a potion just for a bit. Okay, well, as Kurt, we do have the ability to jump. Ah, kittens, I got into the... There we go. I ended up in the acid there, which is not good for you, as it turns out. Humans are not great at bathing in acid, unfortunately. In all fairness, none of the other forms are great at bathing in acid either. One of them is resistant to it, but, you know, they're not great at it. It doesn't help them, as far as I can tell. Yeah. It'll be interesting when we get the final two forms, if we get that far in this session, because they are thoroughly overpowered. What is that? Oh, the gate key. Okay, good. That'll be to that gate that we couldn't get across. Couldn't get through earlier, I dare say. What's that? What's hitting me? What just hurt me? Okay, we haven't been this way, so yeah, I'm going to try a leap over here. There we go. Yeah, getting some power back at least. Now, you can, of course, recover power simply by waiting, by just sitting there. This, however, is not terribly fun. It's what I usually do if I'm playing by myself, especially in a level like this. I literally go into Kurt form here, park somewhere safe, and walk away from the computer. I go and I make a cup of tea, or I get something to eat, or I do something else, and I come back when health and power have trickled back. Both of them regenerate in the human form. Only health regenerates in the corn form, and neither regenerates in any of the other forms. With the exception, of course, of using potions and such like. So, yeah, that's not the best design decision ever. But I'm complaining a lot about this game. I actually have somewhat of a soft spot for it. You know, some of that's nostalgia, I dare say. Because I got this game when I was quite young, and, you know, I have some formative memories of it. Where am I? Oh, I'm back here. Wait, hold on. I got turned around. Because of course I did. That's me and my sense of direction. Want to go... where? Yes, this way. But it actually does have some properties to it that I think are pretty cool, actually. I'm tempted to go and see whether this does unlock that gate, but not right now. Okay, so water's fairly harmless, but as you can see, we can't really do anything much in here. We can dive. If we're in the water and we click here, we can actually dive under the water and swim. However, all of the forms drown, and surprisingly quickly. The Marin form, being, you know, a giant cat, drowns in seconds. Actual cats don't, but, you know, that it's the stereotype. So this is why we have Kappa here. Kappa doesn't drown at all. So I'm actually going to save before I do this. 7, 8, 9, 30. There we go. Right. Here's what's beneath. As you can see, there's more of those. We can move up and down, which is quite neat. And we got killed. And we turn into a skeleton pretty much immediately. And we scream while doing so. So that's nice. Alright, so hold on. That didn't go well. Let's start by healing up a bit. There we go. Use up that health potion. Is that it? Fine. Hold on. I'm going to go into corner. I'm going to heal a bit. That'll do. Okay, a little low on power for what I have in mind. See, I would like to use these, but... Oh, I was clicking in the wrong spot. And this is why I end up parking the character. You can take quite a bit of damage and then end up stuck with just a trickle of health. To keep things moving, I'm just going to chug potions and such like. There we go. Hit something. Okay, I'm going to try my powers this time. Lightning or... I think this is... Maybe this will be a bit more effective against them. It was not more effective against them. Okay. This could be a problem. This could make life difficult. Okay. Let's try lightning then. Nope. Okay, so this could be a problem. So I am drastically low on... Oh, I didn't want to do that. I don't think I have anything else that's... You know what, let me try that other area first, actually. There's another area with a locked gate, and maybe that is a little gentler. And I remember getting a weapon somewhere around here in this level. I think it was this way. There's every chance that I'm going in entirely the wrong direction. I am. I genuinely am going in entirely the wrong direction. Sorry about that. So yes, interesting thing about this game, something that I quite like, is the way that it handles weapons and, well, and looting, let's call it. In many games, let me see here. Oh, I see, okay. So I take a leap. What's in here? I don't think I explored here last time. You very seldom find two of the same weapon. It can happen. You see that I have two shurikens, but there's only one magic sword. Oh, hey, it's one of these. There's only one magic sword, only one silver sword, only one trident of might, only one corn sword. Sorry, he had the trident of might, he had the corn sword, and so on. And only one of each of the armors, which to me makes them feel more interesting, more unique. I'm not a big fan of the old 10 swords of +1 fire trope that you find in some video games. I like my acquisition of items to feel a bit more meaningful, I think. And ShadowCaster does that. Right now we're facing a chest, as you can see, and for some reason chests in ShadowCaster are covered in eyes. Don't ask me why, but I like it. I genuinely do. It is pretty cool. It makes things feel a little more otherworldly. And yes, there's no opening chests, we just beat them up. Also, in some places there are chests that float and shoot at you, if I recall correctly. Hold on, Mayron's probably better suited to this. I presume that Marin does more damage. Oh, there we go. What's this? Ah, ooh, yes, this is what I wanted. If I'd just done a little more exploring, I would have found a water cannon. Now, that's not what it sounds like. That is not, in fact, a cannon that shoots water. That is a cannon for use in water. And it's a... Oh, sorry, Kurt. And it's a decent weapon. At least I think it's a decent weapon. It's a ranged weapon that doesn't drain my power pool, at any rate. Now, while we're here, I'm going to take a look at that other gate that we found to be locked. This one. You can see it's locked. Whoops. Ah, it does open. Okay. 31. I don't need to write Kitten and Mew and so on before that, but I started and I'm continuing. At least I don't think I need to. Once again, we can dive down in this area, being a water area. Oh, something is trying to hit me. Somewhere. But I'm not going to do that just yet. Dive down, that is. I want to explore the surface area a little bit first. Oh, kittens, there's a Sare. There's a Sare. I didn't remember that there was Sare on this level. Sare are basically dragons. We will get to be a Sare eventually. It's in fact the next meta form. But right now there might be a little much for us now. Oh, kittens, hi. Okay, this calls for an application of power. Hi. Ow, it's too slow. Okay, no, I shouldn't panic. Panicking is not the advisable thing to do here. This one, yes. Return. Now that we know that guy's here there, I'm just going to have Opsis ready. And I'm going to magic him to death. Let's gain some elevation, pick out the death spell. If I were to guess, I would guess that the death spell's a mana inefficient attack, but it kills things. Some things can take more than one hit, but as you can see, Sare are not amongst them. Also, by the way, our mission at the moment is to find and kill a Crab King. Oh, there's more of them. There we go. By the way, did you notice that text at the bottom? You feel a surge of life and power. Don't feel much power now, quite frankly. Essentially what that means is that I've gone up a level. So as I said, this is a sort of RPG. Now, let's see if I can remember how to bring up the relevant... No, that's not it. The relevant data. It's around here somewhere. No, that's... you know what, I might as well save. Where are we, 31? That's not how you spell meow. By the way, Happy New Year, everyone. If you're watching the VOD, this was recorded on the 1st of January. New Year. Admittedly, you might know that because you might see the timestamp at the bottom. Where are we? Okay. As you can see, classic... oh, this just connects back. Okay. Classic RPG... well, retro RPG maze-like layout. Oh, in fact, not even retro RPG, but... retro first-person game, maze-like layout. But yes, the RPG elements. Oh yes, that's right. I was trying to find... There's a way to see the full listing of characters. Of the full... Oh, there's this thing, this inventory. Oh, that just shows us our full inventory. It's been a while since I played this, so bear with me. How do I find that out? I don't think I do. Yeah. There's not much... all I can really do is look here. In short, when you level up, your health, your maximum health and your maximum power increase. However, they only increase... what am I stuck on? There we go. They only increase for the form that you're in at the time when you level up. Or more accurately, each form has separate XP, meaning that yeah, whichever form you use gains more XP than, or rather, let me put it this way. If you use one form more than the others, it's going to gain more XP and it's going to become more powerful. Actually, I don't know whether you actually become more dangerous as such. Whether you can deal more damage. That's something I don't know offhand. It's possible that that's a thing. Okay, there's nothing more here on the surface, which is a bit of a problem because that means the only thing left to do is to go down underwater, and we don't really have the power for that. I'm genuinely not sure what to do. We've more or less explored the whole surface part of the map. Alright, I suppose there's little for it. We're just going to park here for a moment while I talk to you. I've been trying to discuss the RPG elements anyway. So, actually I've already done that, haven't I? That's basically all that it amounts to. You gain XP per... Actually, isn't there? There's somewhere that shows the XP per... character, I seem to think. Oh, I think this is it. I think this is probably the XP here. I think that's probably it. Yes, you see, Korn here has no XP because I don't use him. Kurt here has 25,325 XP. Opsis has 35,750. If I recall correctly, I used Opsis for a little while in a previous area. Marin has 106,450 because he is my workhorse. And Kappa, I imagine, has very little. 0 XP. So, yeah, that does mean that better forms can get left behind. Now, I've just wasted a bunch of power. Sorry about that. But yeah, as I said, there's not a lot that I can do. Not a lot that I can do save for park here. So, what can we do while we're waiting? I don't know. Suggestions would be welcomed. I was hoping to avoid having to do this, because it doesn't make for scintillating viewing. We've explored the map, and I don't want to open the map right now because I think that it pauses the game, which means we won't keep gaining power. You know what? Let's risk it. I'll have 231s. Oh well. Let's risk it. Let's save, of course, so there's not that much risk. And let's... Hi. Okay, water cannon is good. Two hits on these electric manta things. It is basically a wand, so it does have limited power. Well, hey, at least this little fellow... oh, hi, fish. And the water cannon is out of power. At least fish die fairly easily. And splatter, apparently. Now, I have a feeling this might be where the boss is, so... save. Or leads to the boss, perhaps? Oh yeah, I remember there being sarin here, strangely. Kind of hoping there's another item, a wand or something. We've skipped a bunch of areas, but that's not really important. Hi there. Where'd he go? Don't think we killed him. Yeah, these guys are a bit tougher. There we go. But they die nevertheless. I have no real idea where we are, by the way. Anything here? This looks an awful lot like the area that we just came from. What? Really? I could have sworn... Okay, I'm confused. And all this time I thought I was in. Yeah. Came through this way. Oh, I went around that way, didn't I? Yes. Okay. That makes sense. That makes all too much sense. Don't know about the wisdom of this. Yeah, hold on. I'm backing off. And I can't surface here, because as you can see there we are actually underground. Need to find some open water so that I can shift back. Ah, there we go. Now there's a gate there, that's interesting. Okay. So I can shift back. I'll take the corn form and heal us that way. That's along with some of that. Okay. We got those fruit from a tree in a previous area, if I recall correctly. Okay, now I want to know what's in this gate. Fancy. Ooh, there's a chest there. Nice, maybe there's a wand or something in it. Oh, ooh, there's a health potion. Yes, and a wand, a lightning wand too. I know that the manual says that Kappa's lightning attack is more powerful underwater. I don't know whether that applies to wands. Oh, hi. I'm not going to try it out just yet. So we can take these guys on, and they attack us with lightning, so I feel like maybe lightning's not the best choice. Trying to repeat my corner trick. I'm hitting something by the looks of it. And I'm not being hit, so maybe this is working? Can't really tell. Is this working? Oh, hi, that hit me. Yeah, it's not making hit flashes when I just face the wall, so this is apparently hitting, but not doing much damage, perhaps because we're far away. Yeah. So we're a frog with a mohawk. That's our version of Kappa here. Kind of cool. But one note in all fairness, because this is basically the reason you use Kappa, is to swim. No, this isn't working. Hold on. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. Probably ought not to be littering this underwater area, but it was under here in the first place, I suppose. Plus, we don't actually have bins or anything, so I have a choice of littering underwater or littering above water. And I happen to be underwater right now. Okay, at this point, I think I am going to try out this lightning wand. Not very effective against these guys, actually. Ah, kittens. I'm stuck on something. Wait, oh no, oh no. Run, 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 run. This is a dead end. Hi, excuse me, oh, kittens. Yep, that was indeed a dead end. Excuse me if you heard me drinking. Do stay hydrated. Well, look, it was worth visiting this at any rate. So we have health and we have a lightning wand. Lightning wand's not great down at the moment. These guys at least aren't too tough, so I can kill them without too much trouble. Honestly, I probably wasted the water cannon on them. Probably should have just charged through with the trident and saved the water cannon for the underwater Sare. Oh hi, these guys. How tough are these guys to tridents? They're not that tough, but they do some damage. Let's see if I can just slip past them. I can. Getting an amulet of defense, which is neat. Ah, it's too slow. Alright, no, I think it's worth doing this. We just need to be a little more canny about it. So, first of all, collect this stuff. You. Now, I'll go up a bit so that I'm in a better position for fighting the mantas. Kill that one. Trying to use them as cover for from each other. Right, now let's head down to the bottom. Where was that now? Is it here? Yes, this is the place. Okay, so we're through that. That'll be there. Okay. Don't know how good this amulet of defense is, but we got it. Okay. Was there anything over here? Yeah, there's somewhat. Nothing of note. Naturally, we could have gotten some XP from killing those things, but it doesn't really seem worth it. On which note, I wonder... I'm going to try that same trick with those Sare. But first, I'm going to go and heal. Okay. Oh, kittens, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. There we go. As you may have spotted there, as soon as we change to a non-Kappa form, we start losing health while we're underwater. Okay, so let's change back to corn. Heal. Have a bite to eat. Right, how are we doing for time? About 10 minutes to... I'm probably going to make this a fairly short stream today, so I probably won't go for much longer, maybe another 10 or 15 minutes, I think. Long enough to see... long enough perhaps to take on the boss. Again, I do love that in this Wolfenstein-derived engine, they managed to implement underwater areas, and underwater areas that actually correspond reasonably well to what's above them. So we can only surface in the appropriate areas, in areas that are actually above surface level. Oh, this is that section. Okay, so I want to go this way and turn right. So yeah, I think that's quite neat. The other thing is, note that I'm managing to slip under these guys. This game is actually three-dimensional, a bit like Heretic, which is made by the same people. If you're above or below an object, you can actually... Oh, hi. Oh no. If you're above or below an object, you can actually slip past it. And projectiles will fly over or under, and so on and so forth. Which again, for a thing based on the Wolfenstein engine, which I'm pretty sure was purely 2D in its logic, so to speak. Excuse me, coming through. Oh, kittens! There's the boss. There's the boss. Hi. Okay, so that's the boss. I want to come back with a little more power, a little more health to start with. I see we're actually under a surface here, so that's good. If we go around here, we have some dry land. Now, what I'm going to do, I think... Well, first of all, again, I'm going to go into corn mode and I'm going to heal. Right. Now, let me look at my inventory here. Oops. Excuse me if you heard a noise there. That was just an alert on my end. Now, I don't have any nice projectile items like, you know, wands, other than this one and this, which is I can probably throw away now. In fact, you know, I have the shurikens, but the shurikens are actually pretty weak. I would love to have access to Opsis's blasts, but Opsis will just drown if I try to use him underwater. We're pretty much stuck with copper here. So what I want, I think, is to take these health potions. In fact, I'm going to take these health fruit from corn. Which we do by grabbing them, transforming, and transforming again, which I think is quite neat mechanically. It feels strange, but not entirely in a bad way. Because as you see, each form has its own health. Okay, so where are we? 36. Oh, did I load the wrong one? I may have loaded the wrong one. Now I'm confused. I don't know which... Let's see. So in this one we hadn't explored anything really there. Similarly here, yeah, the amulet of defense there. Whoops, that was silly. Yeah, I've gotten. We still have the amulet of defense. Okay, so I think I just loaded the wrong thing. Okay, that's fine. We want, yeah, this one, I think. Okay, that's fine. So yes, so we want to go into corn, we want to transfer those health items over, that's what we want. The other thing is, we could use some armor. Now, this game is not great about telling you about how its mechanics work. I genuinely have no idea whether this corn armor works on the copper form. one would expect it to not do so, but there's no real way of, well, no particularly easy way of telling. You can tell by noting how much damage you're taking. That's the silver armor. That's Marin armor. And I'll take the silver armor. Because the way you use armor in this game is you put it in your inventory. And actually, you know what? If we're doing this, let's be silly. I have no idea whether this actually works, but I'm just going to put all the armor that I have into Kappa's inventory, along with this amulet of defense. Who else has armor? Korn has armor. This shouldn't even fit Kappa, but it can go into the inventory, and maybe it'll confer some advantage. I do not know. Okay. Let's find out. Well, I probably won't notice, quite frankly, but you might. Because, you know, as close to the ground as we can, so that we can slip under these Sare. Don't remember exactly where we're supposed to go, but it's somewhere. And I want to keep moving in order to... No, not this way. Keep moving in order to reduce the number of those lightning blasts that hit. Maybe it's this way, though. Come on, move, 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 move. Ah, yes, this is the way. We're still taking quite a bit of damage here. Yep. That did not work. Okay. Which does admittedly suggest to me the potential answer to my question is that no, armor of the wrong sort does not apply to well, to characters of the wrong sort. Okay, so the main thing is we want more health. So I'm going to shuffle things around a bit. This is the silver armor. This is Korn armor. I don't use Korn for any actual combat, so it's not that important that he have it, but still might as well return it. This is the Marin armor. Oh hey, Marin has a health potion. I like these little animations, by the by. It may slow things down a little bit, but it's not that bad. It's only really a problem if you're in the process of shuffling things around as we are now. Right. So let's try this. I'm just going to save over this one. We can, by the way, get a... I suppose there's no real point in getting a head start. We can get a bit of a head start by moving on the surface, but there's little real point to that. Hi guys, excuse me, coming through. It's somewhere around here, I think. Nope, not this way. I'll always go this way. This way? I think it's this way. Yep, here we go. Why am I stuck here? There we go.
Come on. Come on. Grant, for the simplicity of this combat, this is actually kind of tense. Come on. Ah, kittens. That's tough. The real solution is, of course, to park your character somewhere and recover full health and power, I would say. But yeah. So, we've been streaming for about an hour. I think I'm going to call it here for this day. Once again, Happy New Year. And yes, I've had fun. I hope you have. Thank you for joining me, and goodbye.